Hello there everybody, wee Paddy from across the shock, and I was tagged for this video by Shortcut Reviews, which is a marvellous channel which I've been following from his inception. He's been a great channel. He does exactly what it says in the tin. He's not like me. He doesn't go off on a tangent, and he just gives you every detail you want. I love it. If you want a quick review on any knife out there, and he has a great selection so far in his repertoire. So, Shortcut Reviews, please go on and give him a look and see how he is. If you like him, give him a sub. And, next of all, by the way, Paddy loves tags. If you're ever sitting and you've got something and you think, who'll I tag? Tag Paddy. I love doing them. I think they're great. Always have done. Always have done. So, next, what this is 5 categories of knives, and you have to give your knife in each category, your chosen knife in each category. And they're good categories, they're different. That's why it's called With a Twist. It's called 5 knife challenge with a twist. The first one is quite straightforward, is your grail. Your second one is your performer. The third one is your tank. Fourth one's a shocker. And the last but not least is the overall your best user sort of knife. That's the way I take it anyway. So I'm going to start with my grail. Anybody that knows my channel at all will know my grail is the Benchmade 940. It was my grail long before I came round to making videos. The first time I seen this knife, I fell in love with it. And my friend Jeff Jewell gave me this knife about a year ago now, and do you know, it's still my grail knife. I know I've got it, but I still love it every bit as much. I have not replaced it with another grail hunt, because it's it. Do you know what I mean? Is it when I have this knife in my hand, I feel as if I can take on anything. I don't feel there's anything this knife would leave me short. I feel very, very comfortable with it. I like the blade steel, which is 30. Oh my goodness, S30V. I couldn't get that into my head. S30V blade steel. There's Paddy for you. So that is my grail knife, and always has been, and for the foreseeable future will always be, because I don't see it being replaced. I just love it. So there we go. The second knife is a performer. Now, this took me an awful lot of thinking about, but I was trying to think and being honest. And to be honest, I've only got one sort of budget knife down here, which I think is a bit unusual, because I'm a budget channel. But as time goes by, you pick up knives on your journey. So it would have been unhonest of me to put down budget ones when these ones that I've got are the genuine ones that I would choose hand on heart. I have budget ones which will do everything that these can do, but these are my genuine answers. Right, stop, Paddy. Right, the performer. I'm sorry, it's another Benchmade. Well, I'm not sorry, it's another Benchmade. It's this Benchmade. It's a Benchmade bug out. It's a 3-inch blade with S30V, plastic handles that are hard, substantial, and do the job. Deep pocket carry clip. It weighs 1.8 ounces, and to be honest, over a period of a year, I have carried and used this more than any other knife, simply because of that 1.8 weight. During the summer, it can go in your shorts, it can go in your tracky bottoms, and that's why it was used as much. And it never let me down. It was never found wanting. It's not particularly thick, but it's thick enough for any job I'm ever likely to do in the EDC world. So this was my performer. I haven't found anything that it couldn't really do, you know, within the reason of the knife EDC carry. So there we are. That was, in the end, wasn't that hard to put it forward. But so there's them two. These are wee magnets, by the way, that I got from Messer HQ over there in Germany, and they're brilliant for setting your wee knives up. You just put them in the back of the blade and they hold them up. Just thought I would throw that in. Now, the next one was the tank, and I've watched quite a few of these videos, and when I think of the word tank, I don't automatically think of a folding knife. Whether that's because I was into bushcraft before I was into knife collecting. But if you say to me, Stephen, go and get your tank, this is what I'm going to go and get you. This I prefer over a hatchet. This I prefer over most bushcraft knives. This I used for years. It is well and truly battered. This was a really good quality, well, not huge, but it was a very good quality kitchen knife that I stole on my wife. You can see I keep this sharp. It is razor sharp. You see, for delimbing branches, for chopping up firewood, for doing anything round a camp, this is just amazing. It really is great. Delimbing branches especially, it's an absolute treat. But I can take down a small tree with this, no problem. It's got such a nice profile of a blade. And sturdy. I don't think I've ever chipped this. I honestly don't think I've ever chipped it. It's been a really good blade. I don't even know what the blade's made of. Does it say? It's forged in Germany steel. Ice hardened and glass finished. There you go. Whatever that means. It's just a joy. But I don't want to put it down because it's not what they would call a knife. So the other one I'm going to put down for my tank is this. This is the Mora Robust, and this is the old Mora Robust. And this one again I have had for years. I have batoned with it, not heavily because I have other things to do it. But I've used it about the camp, and I've used it for anything even around the house that I have to beat up. And I have to use a bit of brute force and think. That's a fire rod I attached onto the front of it myself with my bushcraft tape. So, I mean, that's an honest answer to a tank. That would be it. That's my answer, is a Mora Robust. It's just a $20 knife that's just unbeatable for good hard work. The next one is a shocker, and this is only a shocker for the simple fact that it's not a knife that was ever on my radar. It's not a company that was ever... I've got a couple of their knives. They're smaller, light. I've got a wee bushcraft one, which is smashing. And I was just given one there by LTK. It's the wee small serrated one. I haven't even done a review on it yet. That's coming. I haven't done a review on this, but I'm going to put it down as my shocker because it shocked the living daylight. This was donated by one of my subs. This is the Code 4 Tanto. It is an absolute beauty. And I'm glad I got the Tanto because there are plenty of other shaped knives, but just to get that, and it's CTS XHP steel, so it's the old steel. They've now changed to S35VN. I'd rather have this steel. Really enjoying using this. I haven't done the review on this yet because I want to do a wee bit more harder use. And this could have gone into the tank, to be honest with you, because it has that renowned, famous lockback, and it's just built like a tank. But it's built like a tank, but look how thin it is. I mean, let's just put it up with... There we are. Do you know what I mean? That is just a lovely blade. A real nice blade for any task you would want to do. So I love it. It fits in my hand absolutely perfect. It's very thin, but it's deep. So you get a full handful. My hands are not overlapping. Absolutely beautiful in hand. So that's my shocker. The fact that I got a Code 4 and it's very elegant in a big knife. So again, two things that I'm not particularly over keen on, and big knife and elegant. So there we go. So that only leaves... Oh, let me get this up here a wee bit. That leaves me the last choice, which I found incredibly difficult. Why did I find it difficult? Because it's your overall knife of the year that you you purchased. These two, there's two of them that I'm going to show. I'm going to narrow it down to one because that's the whole point of this. But one of them that I got and I have used probably more than most is this, my GEC. I got this year. And I absolutely love it for just throwing a knife in your pocket. And this will do most EDC tasks that I do as an old lad. So this was I was nearly going to choose this. And I think I was going to choose it just to be a bit more different. But these two that I've chosen, this one and the next one, are slip joints. And the reason that I'm choosing them as my overall knives is because I live in the UK. So slip knives are the knife of choice because you can go out with them. I can go out with these if I want to take a risk, but this is legal for me to go out. And the next one is my most expensive knife that I'll probably ever buy. Well, I'm never going to say that again. But I mean, I still haven't done the final review on this because this is just a knife. This is my overall knife of the year. It's our last year, I should say, and this is it. This is an absolute duty. It's the Hinder XM18 Slippy, and it's the Slicer Slippy. This is just the most, and I've got the thumb stud back on. The last time I showed it, I had that taken off because I didn't think I wanted, but the knife pivot loop, as I put that in, and people talk about you have to get used to your gear, and I think that's absolutely right. You never know in a week or two whether something's great. This, I've had this a few weeks now, put the knife pivot loop in, loosened it up a little bit, but a slip joint you don't want running loose, but I couldn't use, it was still too tight to use this disc up at the top. If you put it down here, I could use it, but I don't like it down there because it's in the cutting path. So with 2 fingers now, I push that out and I can open this knife up one-handed. And that makes a big difference because I wasn't able to do it before that. So over the couple of weeks that the knife pivot loop is working, it's loosened it up to the extent that I can now use it. It doesn't change that detail. What do you hear? That's perfect. And this as I have a review coming. I'm going to leave it to the end. But this, let me tell you, this has got, it's USA made. It's CPM 20CV, which is the US version of M390. It's all you would ever need in a blade stock. It's gorgeous. I reprofiled it and put my own edge on it. I brought it down to 17 degrees. I think I said 15 on one of the others. So it's down to 17 and it is cutting like a dream. I absolutely adore this. It's a slip joint with safety in mind. You get what you pay for. Let's put it like that. So that's it. There's my 5. I hope that's what you were looking for because it's what you got. So don't forget Shortcut Reviews. Get over there. Give them a watch. Great channel. I thank you very much for watching this. I hope you've enjoyed. And I'll see you very shortly. I'm away for a cup of tea. Bye. All the best.